Hey guys, RavenSylphe here, back with another episode of Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. We just finished chapter 3, now we're on to chapter 4. Purgatory. Sounds wonderful. Sayaka. Our friendship will last forever. It will never die. My mind was in a daze. The lights on the ceiling were spinning, moving in and out of one another, alternating between hazy and distinct, and forming spiral patterns in my eyelids. I was being jerked along the ground by my legs, with like a heavy sack of rocks. I could feel every step we took vibrate across my entire body. I had a hard time talking at the moment, not sure why. But I couldn't do anything to stop it. I could no longer move on my own accord. I just kept getting dragged inch by inch across that filthy floor. Then eventually, he stopped and threw me down, and I rolled hard onto my face. I was helpless before him. That piece of chocolate had fallen out of my pocket. I was pretty sure it did anyway. I wasn't about to let anyone else have it. Give it back, you bastard! The large man took my crumpled form and roughly flipped me back over by the legs, as if I were nothing more than a doll to him. I was facing him from the middle of the hallway as he readied his enormous hammer and looked right into my eyes. Was this it? Was he going to kill me now? Please God, no. I was terrified, but not entirely. After all, she's coming to save me. Naho's coming. I know she is. She'll always come. She's my friend. Oh. Ah! Episode 4, Purgatory. My name is Sayaka Oh. I'm a junior at Colonia Academy High School. I'm just a normal girl, but my job conflicts with my studies, so I don't go to school all that often. And this was the first day I'd had free in a while, so I called up my friend Naho, and we spent the whole day together having a blast. The last event of our schedule was a Twinkle Girls concert. They play every so often at a local venue called Club Beta, and they're also incredibly cute. I try to catch them whenever I can. Recently, Twinkle had been performing on evening request shows, and they'd been getting more and more attention, as well as they should, you know. I joined them in the program a few times myself in the group, and I like to keep in touch through texts and tweets. Yeah! My eyes met Naho's, and we both put our hands in the air like we just didn't care. So cute! Thanks, Sayaka. Twinkle's the best. I think I'm in love. Right? Aren't they awesome? I mean, their moves in that last song. Oh, I remember. Check it out. Check this out. Oh, you've got it. Well, you've got it down, girl, though I think your hip movements are a teensy bit off. Outside Club Beta, after the show, fans are hanging out on the street corner, immersed in the lingering rhythm of the music. I wanted to ride that wave myself, but didn't like the idea of blocking the road in the process, so Naho and I just pranced our way back to the station. Hey, check it out! I bought a towel! Naho began waving around a towel she'd bought at the merchandise booths around the show. She looked like a matador taunting a pop idol. Haha, the new #1 fan. That's excellent. I'll have to buy one myself next time. Oh, it's only 9. Hey, Sayaka. What say we drop by Gus on the way back? Come on, let's get ourselves some sweets to eat. Sounds like a sweet. That sounds pretty sweet to me. Lead on. Give me a strawberry milk flan special, please. Whatever it was Naho had ordered, it sounded completely alien to me. The heck is that? Sounds super sugary. Something like that. That'll put me in 7th heaven. That's what. It's covered in milk and ridiculously delicious. This is Naho Sayanoki. We're in the same school, same year, same class. Our backgrounds are sort of similar, and well, we talk all the time and eat together and stuff. But most of all, just look how cute she is. When we're together, she even makes a gal like me all wobbly. I love this little lady. Point is, it's good, and you're welcome to try some if you'd like. Why, thank you. As for me, I believe I'll go with the butterful pancakes. Coming right up! They do say girls shouldn't ingest a lot of calories after 9 at night, but hell, we hadn't eaten anything all day, so I figured why not indulge a little. La la la, la 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 la. Naho is gazing longingly at her towel while singing the melody to one of Twinkle's songs. She's usually a really cool and collected person, so I bet our classmates would flip out if they saw her like this. It was only when the two of us were alone together that she let loose with this feline-like personality of hers, and it always made me feel really special. You sure seem like you had a great time. I'm glad you could join me. Naho slowly raised her head up and looked into my eyes, and wow, what a gaze that girl had. I felt like I could lose myself in those perfect peepers. Huh? Something wrong? I'm worried about you, Sayaka. You haven't been getting enough rest lately, have you? I'd completely hidden my fatigue, but Naho somehow saw right through me. I could never keep anything from her. Yeah, I haven't really had weekends these last 2 months. Voice acting, soap operas, online radio. Yeah, I can definitely see the problem. I'll bet you're the one to talk though. Radio, ghost hunts, and oh yeah, aren't you supposed to be in a movie too? Totally jelly, by the way. I'm just an extra. I'll be sitting behind Takumi Saito during eating French food. Hooray for me. I didn't announce that yet though. Where'd you hear about it? Oh, Mr. Kikuchi's blog. Of course, he wrote a ton about it, all in boldface. And he told everybody to cheer you on as loud as they could. Oy vey. Her expression twisted into an exaggerated blah pose, and she sprawled out across the table. You can't say anything around that guy. For a while, I gazed at Naho, who had placed her chin on the table and puffed out her cheeks. Not sure how to break the silence, I tried switching subjects. Oh, hey, Naho. For my next radio show, I'm doing a special on scary stories. The deflated Naho suddenly reinflated. I guess I'd piqued her interest. You've got a great voice, and I'd love to have you as a guest speaker. You can be my expert commentating on ghost stories submitted by listeners. Her head still glued to the table, Naho fell deep into thought. She seemed oddly concerned. I couldn't miss the momentary twinkle in her eye, though. Success. I just needed to rebait the line, and she was good as caught. Come on, please. For me. My listeners know we're friends, and I get a lot of messages asking me why you haven't been on the show yet. You'd be a big hit for sure. But more than anything, I really just want to see what it's like to co-host a show with my bestest buddy, Naho. Meow, meow. Oh, she mewed. That she was showing interest. Who the hell meows? The fuck? It wouldn't take much to get her to pounce on this old yarn now. Meow. Come on. Meow. This was a thing that just sort of happened between us sometimes. She'd turn into a cat and I'd play the part of her master. What the fuck? There's some fancy cat food in it for you if you say yes. What's that supposed to mean exactly? Or I'll treat you a cafe Fenon. I don't know. Sound good? Ooh. Naho's face lit up. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, thank you. I love you, Naho. Meow. Why are you hissing at me? I did it. I got the green light. My smile couldn't have been bigger at that moment. Naho's popularity had exploded recently, so she'd been having a hard time managing all the requests. She'd been getting to appear on other radio shows. I'd been hoping to get a chance to tie our work together at some point, but I'd never imagined it'd be this easy. So with that out of the way, we sat back and enjoyed the hell out of our butterful pancakes and strawberry milk flan special. And before we knew it, it was past 10 o'clock. Naho and I stood up and started down the road home, giggling and chatting the whole way. So Naho, when are you going to school again? Planned on it tomorrow. I've been ditching class a lot for work, but they said I should at least show up to hand in my report. Okay. You're going to have to turn it in too, you know. They'll be asking for it next time you're there. Really? Well, whatever. It's just a report. It'll work itself out if I stay up all night. Oh, hey, you want to stop in and grab Kibiki's new book? You've been dying to read it, right? And his place is on your way, so... Oh, yes, please. Right, this way then, madame. Hi, Santiago. My cat's being a goober. Naho's house was literally on the way home for me, but rather Mr. Kibiki's house, since that's where she's been staying for the last little while. Due to various circumstances, Naho had been commuting to school from here rather than living with her parents. Supposedly, she'd moved in to study under Mr. Kibiki, like his Padawan. She was always willing to go that extra mile, and I've always admired that about her. Kibiki, I'm home. Welcome back. Not too cold out, I trust. Nah. Hello, you must be... I was nervous as he looked me over, but he had very kind eyes, and man was he ever hot, like old school Japanese style hot. Good evening, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Sayako. I bowed quickly, and Mr. Kibiki flashed a gentle smile. I'm Kibiki. Thanks for looking after Naho. She talks about you quite a lot. I'm so glad. I've also heard a lot about you, Mr. Kibiki. A laundry list of failed publications, no doubt. Oh no, that's not true at all. Hey, Sayaka, since you're here, why don't you stay for tea or something? Kibiki bought some really amazing second flush Darjeeling. Second flush? What? Well... I kind of felt like I was being put on the spot. I mean, it was already late, and I doubted Mr. Kibiki was too keen on playing host. You don't mind, do you, Kibiki? Of course not, though you'd best give your family a call and let them know where you are. You wouldn't want them to worry, after all. Thank you very much. I hope it isn't too much trouble. Please, make yourself at home. Dude's got a killer smile. It was easy to see why Naho got so into him. Alright then, come on in. Okay. In front of Kibiki, Naho returned to her usual cool self. After calling home, I passed nervously through the living room, feeling a bit like I was imposing. But what a living room it was. The furnishings were a fusion of Japanese and Vietnamese styles, and everything just looked really posh and inviting. Oh, excuse me. This place is incredible. Go ahead and leave your bag over there, and please get comfortable. I'll put on the Darjeeling. Oh, thank you very much. Thanks, Kibiki. It's no problem at all. I was looking to drink some myself, in fact. Kibiki then disappeared into another room, his smile never once fading, a total dreamboat all the way. Naho gestured for me to sit, so I cautiously plopped myself down on an expensive-looking sofa. Whoa, I'm sinking. Sayaka, just relax, okay? I'm going to go hit the little girl's room. Okay, I'll be napping here when you get back. Go for it. Naho began walking out of the room, chuckling at my swiftly sinking form. Mere moments later, though... Eek! That sure caught my surprise. I turned in the direction of the scream, concerned. God, Gucci, lock the damn door when you're in there! Sorry, Naho. I heard the door slam shut with incredible force, so that was the infamous Mr. Kudoguchi, huh? No love lost between those two, it seemed. The nerve of that guy! Having peeked out to check on Naho, Mr. Kibiki again withdrew his wide-eyed face to the kitchen, laughing softly. I swear I could look at him all day. Trying to savor every single droplet of the deep crimson liquid in my cup, I slowly and carefully imbibed the tea that was placed before me. Whatever blend Kibiki had brewed bore a flavor unlike anything I'd ever tasted. Ah, it's wonderful.
Excellent. I'm glad you liked it.
It's such a complex taste and aroma. I always thought all black tea was the same, but then at my house, we only have the kind that comes in tea bags.
There's nothing wrong with tea that comes in bags. I've gotten quite good at these, in fact. This is just the way I'm used to drinking it. Really is delicious, Mr. Kibiki.
Isn't it about time you go home, Taguchi?
Oh, come on, Naho. Don't be like that.
Taguchi may have been her elder, but he was completely unmatched by Naho. Those two had a pretty fascinating relationship all their own.
Actually, you know, I do have a rental video to return by the end of the day, so I guess I should probably be leaving after all.
More porn?
What? No! Well, what do you mean by more? Anyway, if you'll excuse me.
Techno break! Naho faced Mr. Taguchi and posed as if she were shooting a beam of light at him, like some kind of legally unnameable masked superhero.
Ah, you got me! See you tomorrow, Mr. Kibiki. You too, Naho.
Actually, I'm going to school tomorrow, so no, you won't.
Oh, really? That's a surprise.
You just keep on keeping on, Taguchi. Rock those 29 years of insubstantial accomplishments.
Man, you're ruthless.
Taguchi staggered to the door and vanished into the outside world, utterly defeated. Watching from next to me, Mr. Kikibiki simply waved his hand and smiled. I should probably be going too. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
My pleasure. I'm sure we couldn't offer you anything more.
Oh, please. Well, Taguchi's gone. He's got a pretty good head start, so I don't think you have to worry about running into him. Wow, you are ruthless.
You're welcome back anytime. Please be careful on your way home. And my headphones just fell off my head. 1 second.
Thank you so much for everything. Have a good night. I stepped out from Kibiki's lovely home, and Naho walked me to the corner. The air felt crisp and cool against my cheeks. It had been a positively lovely day all around. Before parting ways, I let Naho one of the Twinkle CDs I had in my bag. Then we hugged, and I began the short walk back to my own house.
Thank you, Naho. This case you discovered with Heavenly Host Elementary, it's absolutely remarkable. If our investigation bears fruit, this could very well turn the world of occult research on its head. It's too good to pass up.
Da da da. Daddy's not breathing. Just a dream. I have to write this down. Sacred Ground Investigation File 02, K Prefecture of Heavenly Host Elementary, currently under investigation, further progress. Encountered fierce spiritual resistance while simply researching the Shinozaki estate. Right side of the body paralyzed, left eardrum ringing. Orbs visible in photographs. Influence confirmed. Severe dizziness, nausea, bloody BM experience. Symptoms persist for weeks. And unrelenting nightmares on top of all that. This really is way too dangerous for them. Kibiki and Taguchi don't know how to protect themselves from spirits. They shouldn't go at all. My name is Naho Sanoki. I travel the country investigating reports of haunted locations, assuaging client fears and doing whatever I can to help them. Recently, strange and unpleasant things had begun happening to me. I'd been investigating a certain haunted ground for the last month and encountered a malevolent will more powerful than anything I'd ever experienced. I attributed this to the paper doll I brought back with me, of the sort commonly used in curses. No doubt a bad idea, but invaluable for research. This is the reason I hesitated when Sayaka asked me to be on her radio show at the restaurant earlier. Ghost stories can actually provoke the spirits involved in them. I was afraid that whatever entity had latched onto me might have some negative effect on Sayaka as well. Fortunately, aside from wreaking havoc on my physiology, this spirit didn't seem to be affecting those around me in any way. If I could just keep it under control, I was certain my appearance on Sayaka's radio show would go off without a hitch. Kibiki. I'd come to the kitchen for a glass of water, and though I hadn't noticed on my way down, I saw Kibiki fast asleep on the living room sofa as I headed back. Kibiki, you're going to catch cold down here, you know. Kibiki. Sound asleep. Oh, Kibiki, you're so cute. Kibiki had pulled an all-nighter last night, so I'm pretty sure he'd sleep well into the afternoon. There you go. There we go. Nice, warm blanket for you. Sweet dreams. Spirit research is a decidedly dangerous field. Numerous people had warned me not to get in too deep, so why did I do it? For Kibiki, of course. If Kibiki could make progress in his occult novel through my research, if he could succeed in all his endeavors, then no price would be too high, I felt. For his respect and admiration, I'd happily sacrifice anything and anyone. Yeah, it's definitely too dangerous to send Kibiki and Taguchi to heavenly hosts by themselves. I'll have to make sure I go with them. I tucked Kibiki in and returned to my room. Realizing he'd still be asleep after I left for school, I decided to write him a note. Just as I was concerned for him, Kibiki was worried about me putting me in danger as well, stating his prior intent to go to the heavenly host with Taguchi instead. I was so flattered by his consideration that I just didn't have the heart to lecture him about how ludicrously bad an idea that was. Let's see. To my dear mentor.
The time is now 11 in the morning. Here's the latest news of the day. The body of a schoolgirl was discovered in the plaza near the escalators on the southeast exit of Tokyo's Shinjuku station. Good morning, Naho. I want to talk with you about that Tenjin urban legend you found. I really think it may be a bit too dangerous to bring you along, so Taguchi and I should probably go by ourselves. She's not here. Come to think of it, she did say she'd be going to school today, which is rather unlike her. As usual, everything's in perfect order in this room, like night and day compared to my study. What's this, a note?
To my dear mentor, for you, I'll go to any lengths. Based on my findings from old Tenjin town records, I feel more confident that it is possible to return from the school using the escape plan we discussed. But you and Taguchi don't have the ability to resist spirits like I do. It would be far too dangerous in there for just the two of you. So when I get home from school today, I'll be joining you in performing the charm of Sachiko Shinozaki. I don't hold out much hope for our success, but if it works, you're seriously going to get the scoop to end all scoops. If I can help make lightning strike a third time for you with your editorial department, then you totally owe me dinner. Naho.
Thank you, Naho, but I really can't allow you to put yourself in danger like that. I know the escape plan. I'm going to go with trusty old Taguchi, and you're going to wait for us here. I guess I should write her a note to that effect. Good morning. Morning, Mr. Kamiki. Are you awake? Well, he's full of spirit today. Perfect then. Let's not waste any more time. What did his voice sound like? I went to school as soon as I finished my morning recording session, but by then it was already lunchtime and I had skipped class, as usual. But I knew where to find her. Work may have kept her out of school most of the time, but when she did come, there was one spot she always chose for lunch.
She liked to get away from the noisy classrooms to eat in peace, and I knew this because, well, I did too. This wasn't just her spot, but mine as well. We'd probably get in trouble if a teacher ever found us there, though. Oh, on the roof. See, the lock on the door leading to the school roof just happened to be broken, so what a nice breeze in that sunlight, too. Absolutely magical. There is a fence between the buildings to prevent students from falling. But it wasn't very high, so getting over it was a fairly simple task. Oh god, panty shot. Alley-oop. I crossed the gap, mindful of any stray gusts of wind. The best shade was on that side, so as long as I didn't look down, it was well worth the effort. And there she is. Oh no! As expected, she was nestled right into her usual spot. The sight was positively picturesque. A high school girl all tucked away on the school roof, nose buried in a book with a nondescript paper dust jacket. I swear, you could just paint any moment of this girl's life and it would make a fine portrait. Sayaka. Sayaka, hey there. Sorry to have kept you out so late last night. I hope your family wasn't mad at you or anything. No problems at all. They were a-okay with it. Seems like you've trained them well. What are you implying? So hey, that book from Mr. Kubiki you lent me yesterday? Freaking awesome. Right? Didn't it just totally suck you in? I love how it goes on and on about the psychological descriptions of the first murder scene. That protagonist is totally nutso. Yeah, I wish I hadn't been reading it in bits and pieces during work commute, though it kind of took away from the tension, but I can't wait to read more. Yeah, just keep at it. It's gonna blow your mind. Oh yeah, and that Twinkle CD you let me to die for? Seriously? Really? Awesome. I'll bet you recognize a bunch of those songs from the concert, right? And you should check out some of their music videos sometime too. Maybe I've got one of them on my phone that I can show you now. No, guess not. I'll have to give you a rain check on that. I wonder if there are any good fan-made ones. Oh, good call. If there are, I totally want to see. The bell. 1 o'clock already? Well, I've got an appointment I can't miss, I'm afraid. I guess I'll see you after school for recording. It's at 5:30 in East Shinjuku, so we should probably meet at 4 behind the school gate. Okay, you said behind the gate? Really? What are you, 5? No, as cool as a cucumber, just like always. Today's recording was sure to be a blast. This one's persistent. I'll give her that. Ugh. Blood, really? Is this curse honestly affecting me all the way down to the cellular level? Seriously, how long are you planning on haunting me? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's installment of Sayako's Love Braver. The night don't start till I pour out my heart. So let's get pouring, shall we? You'll never guess what I went today. I went to school. I met up with a friend, actually. It was the first time in a while I could just kick back and relax. We talked forever, like forever. But of course, the real reason I went was to learn stuff and junk, of course. Teehee. They're laughing at me in the control booth. What's going on in there, fellas? Huh? The thought of Miss O actually going to school is hilarious. Hey, come on. I go to school, I do. I'm a high school student, just like everybody else my age. Don't laugh. You're trying to say I'm too old, too cool for school? Seriously, stop it. You're gonna give me a complex. Some days you just can't win, you know? All I wanted to do was just say how great school is, and look what happened. I'm a laughingstock. Well, I'm glad you guys are having fun at least. Let's enjoy our half hour together tonight to the fullest. Braver. Sayak. Okay, it's been a half hour. I think I'm gonna keep these episodes at about a half hour. Just so that way they're not too short that I have like a billion episodes, but not so long that it takes forever for people to watch. So, probably gonna go ahead and just cut it here, and we'll see you all in the next part. like, favorite, commented, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Getting myself into, but I had to do something, and calling the spirits in definitely seemed to have an effect. That's right, I know your name!
Shishida, what are you doing?
All at once, the black figure was facing me. Though I never saw her turn around, she was flying toward me now, ignoring Tsukasa. I'm not scared, 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 I'm not scared. I repeated this like a sutra and struck one hand into my pocket, grasping tightly onto the one and only wish item I'd stashed there. Unlike him, I have a real protective charm. Tsukasa's care, his efforts, his beliefs, they were all packed into this pencil. And when you get right down to it, that's what charm is, right?